it's time to go fishing, and we'll do just exactly that when we come back with another eco-fishing adventure.
To Eco-Fishing Adventures. I'm your host, Sinead Norenius. In the next half an hour, we're going to take you on an adventure to off-the-grid places. So sit back and enjoy the trip.
You may be wondering how we decided on Utila. Well, from research I've been doing about getaway islands and off-the-grid locations, it just seemed like the perfect spot for what we were trying to do. Once we made the decision for Utila, the fun had just begun. We had to book the flights, we had to find a place to stay, and we definitely had to find some kayaks.
Once Greg showed Michael the island of Utila, it was a go. With tickets booked, they headed off to the airport.
Hey, did your luggage make it?
I don't know. I hope. We opted for the ferry to Utila instead of waiting for our luggage to show up on the next flight. This turned out to be a pretty savvy move, as we didn't receive our bags until the following evening.
Hey, Denny.
Yes, sir.
I understand that 92-year-old uncle of yours is getting married for the 4th time. Why would anybody 92 years old want to marry the 4th time?
Just don't understand it. But for what little it takes to feed one, you gotta keep them on a little longer.
Let's go back to some more eco-fishing adventures.
Welcome back to Barracuda Week on the World Fishing Network. The next morning, after a quick lathering of bug spray,
I have the most incredible bug spray on the planet. This stuff will repel extraterrestrials.
Awesome.
I think we're gonna wander back into the Tarpon Lagoon, which is kind of a difficult place to get into. But if we're lucky, you know, we'll find some resident tarpon and maybe even some of the big migratory tarpon. And the big migratory tarpon, you know, can be well over 100 pounds. So, you know, that'll be pretty exciting stuff with one of those guys out.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, come on board.
Michael and Trapper headed off with Antanasio while Jeff and Gray took the Freedom Hawks out. Trapper was focused and looking for tarpon, but it was more like hunting than fishing in the lagoon. This guy is a hardcore fly fisherman and is known worldwide for his permit fishing legacy.
Welcome to Eco Fishing Adventures. We're down here in the southern part of the Yucatan in Mexico. And what we've done is we've got this small little lancha here, and we're back in a kind of a secret little lagoon. We're going to be looking for tarpon, maybe some snook. You never know what we might find. Saltwater crocodiles. We've got a couple of the boys following us in the back with some Freedom Hawk kayaks, and we're basically on the hunt for nice fish. You know, back here in these lagoons, as you're kind of motoring through these things or paddling through these things, you know, the water can look kind of vacant, but really the way you got to think about these lagoons, they're a giant nursery. A lot of the game fish that you find out on the flats and in the ocean actually grow up in these mangrove lagoons. So these places are very, very special. They're little tiny incubators for a lot of the great fish we get to catch today. There he is right there. Here we go. Come right across his nose. Eat it, eat it. Yeah, right at our feet. There we go, game on. Woo!
Okay, now what? Cut the line, jump out of the boat, and follow through the mangroves? Probably not a good idea considering there's quicksand, crocodiles, and big barracuda friends lurking close by.
Oh man, look at us, we gotta pass the rod through the mangroves here.
You want to jump out?
No. All right, we had him by one hook. Look at this. Just had him by one hook.
Oh, it's a big cuda.
Yeah, that's a nice fish, huh? Just one of the little treasures you can find back here in these Mayan lagoons. I definitely recommend you come on down and check it out. All right. Hey, tell you what, get up off the sofa, go grab yourself a cold beer, and we'll be right back for more of the show.
Hey, Denny,
Yes, sir.
I heard you're getting married again.
Yeah, number 5.
Number 5. Why 5 times?
Well, heard she's got some worms. I could use the bait. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Well, we'll be right back.
Here's the cork. Where are we going?
We're going to acknowledge those that make this show possible. This is Eco Fishing Adventures.